he asked me to be his girlfriend. We're boyfriend and girlfriend. I later found out he was traditionally married. But he wasn't married in the United States. He was married in another country. Yeah.
Still married.
And yeah.
Still fucking married.
Exactly. And I found this out by an anonymous text message from a person that apparently knew me and knows them.
You got Gossip Girl'd?
Hi, this is Stephanie Megan. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Because therapy is too expensive. You're listening to Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy.
Hey guys, it's me, Stephanie Megan, your host of Broke Girl Therapy, and guess the fuck what?
Bats is in the studio.
Bats!
Yay!
Rose's dog is here. And Rose.
Oh yeah, but she's the real new co-host. Say hi.
Hi, Bats. Meow. Oh wait, no.
Oh, I like that though. I
Bats
like
is
the
a
cats.
dog.
Anyways,
We
plug
have
yourself.
Jessica.
That's
the
plug
advice.
yourself.
We have Jessica motherfucking Clark on the pod today, bitch. And it's been a minute, okay? It's been a minute.
And she gives an update.
She gives an update. And this is a really fucking juicy one. So we talk about Jess's update on her dating life. And it's a lot juicier than I think you might expect it to be, because I didn't think she was going to spill the tea, but she spilled the tea. Know what I'm
So,
saying?
Get your cups and saucers ready, people.
Exactly. Grab your snacks, take a bathroom break, because it's going to be a good one. I love you guys, and I hope you enjoy this episode.
Broke Girl Therapy.
Okay, bitch, you haven't been on the motherfucking pod
I
in a
know,
minute.
it's
And the
been a
last time you
while.
were on, you requested to not talk about any updates of your dating life. And so we didn't. We didn't. And we're like, okay, fine. We'll just read some emails, chill, whatever. And then I got a message on TikTok of someone being like, I love Jess and I really wish she would have gave like updates, and you guys were talking too much, and like we wanted to hear what Jess thought. And I was just like, damn, bitch, okay, like I need you to fucking tell us what the fuck is up in life, because the
my
people
gosh.
need it.
The people are demanding.
Demanding. They don't want to hear from me and Rose.
No, not really.
No,
That
they
is
just
so
want to
not
hear from
true.
you.
The update is there really isn't much of an update. So I'm so sorry to disappoint you. The last time that I was here, I was getting ready for a date,
Right.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That we crashed.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. So, guys, I went on this date, ended up going to Yard House. My choice. Everything was closed. Long story. I was late. On brand. And then a drink was sent. In the middle of my date, a drink was sent over to me. And I was like, the waitress came up to me and was like, yeah, someone came up to me and the guy and was like, yeah, somebody sent you this drink. And the drink was a Shirley Temple, mind you. I'm like, this cheap person. I'm joking. It wasn't a cheap person. But
I mean,
I was also
not
like,
wrong.
this is very on brand for someone that this is just Rose.
Right.
Who
And
doesn't
then you
drink?
look over and you see me and Rose hiding behind a fucking
I don't
menu.
even.
One
no,
menu.
One
hiding-
menu,
oh,
yeah.
I think Rose was hiding behind her fan.
My fan and a menu, because
Oh.
the menu wasn't big enough to hide both of
Right.
us.
And so that was
Exactly.
my first date with that person. That relationship did not end well at all.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I can't.
Update. What happened?
He actually ended up becoming
boyfriend and girlfriend.
boyfriend
like
and
official.
girlfriend. Unfortunately, I can't disclose a lot of details because it's sensitive information.
Oh my God, it's him?
Yeah, that was him. Yes.
The connection is that.
Yes, that
It
was him.
He
You
became-
guys, she really can't tell you this update.
Yeah,
That's
I-
actually really crazy.
He became
Wow.
my boyfriend.
As much as we love to give the tea, we
yeah.
actually physically cannot.
Legally, we
Legally,
can't.
we cannot.
Yes, we
so-
cannot. So
Wow.
unfortunately, that ended
Just
very
knows.
shockingly.
Yeah.
It was very traumatic the way it ended. But yeah, except for that, 2025 was kind of. It was such a hard year to be a creative. I know we all feel it. I was just it was like, what do I do now? Because I got laid off, and thank God I did work, but it wasn't steady work. And
A lot of
I'm
freelance
realizing, a lot of freelance, and I'm a corporate girly at heart. So
Ooh.
the instability was very shocking to my system. But thank God for my community that held me down. So yeah, that was really all the updates. I dated someone, I broke up with that person, and now we're here like the idea of going back on Hinge or just dating.
I always think about just like you and your dating experience, because you're someone who like is really looking for their partner.
Yeah.
Like you're really looking for a husband and you really want love. And I feel like you are so deserving of that. Like you've worked so hard on yourself to be a better person and to be a better woman. And when I hear stuff about like what happened and all the like unfortunate things that you come across with men and dating and stuff, I'm just like, respectfully, I'm like, that's fucked up. You know, that I'm like, damn, like that I'm just like, I always try to be positive for you as a friend. And I'm like, this just means whoever she ends up with, this could be really fucking great.
Yep.
Damn, but like you are like the epitome of going through really tough situations, but then finding a way to keep going.
And you know what? It's very true. But I think the difficult part for me is not a lot of the things that I go through with like sometimes it just a lot of them just come to natural ends.
Yeah.
The fizzle.
It just fizzles out. He was the first one that actually made it to, I was a girlfriend at that point. The person before that asked me to be his girlfriend and I said no.
That was that one too.
And so it was just like, there's just never been, it's always just ended somewhere.
No, you had another one that was official too, and that was another thing. Because remember, early last year, there's like not to like keep calling out all the shit, because I think the last time you did give an update, you were saying how like you pretty much found someone that you really wanted to be with.
Oh yeah, you didn't want to talk about it.
No, she talked about it. This was like early last year, before the last one we did with Rose, when you were getting ready for the date.
Right.
Because you were just saying how you found a person, and I was like, I'm so happy for you. And then that's why when we did the episode last time with Rose, you're like, I really don't want to give any update because you also went through a breakup again.
Who was that?
Oh my God.
That's healthy.
Because you guys made it official.
Oh, him. Yeah. So can
we talk about that one?
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Because that's the last update. Everyone that listens.
Yeah, because after a while, it just become like, well, damn, this bitch is always in love. But it's also just like, I'm just refusing to give up. And I'm refusing to, one thing I will never do is allow another man to make me resistant of feeling loved or a part of who I am and a part of what makes me Jessica and the way God has made me to be is someone that loves wholly and very forcefully and hard and purely and passionately. And I'm not going to allow any human on this earth to take that away from me, because that means they're taking me with them. Yeah. And I can't give anyone that power. So I'll always love hard and I'll always be true to myself. Even if it doesn't work out, it's fine. We learn, we move on. But him, he was great.
Because just to like maybe for memory and recap.
Yeah.
I remember we talked about you learning your anxious attachment style.
Yes.
Through that relationship, and I remember that's what you talked about. And you're like, we're working things out. We're really good. He's super patient with me, and I love that. And that's where we stood. And I know that was what you learned. But what happened, like, with that relationship?
Yeah, so
we can't talk about the other.
It was very it was that was such an interesting time in my life, because my anxiety was definitely like showing up heavy with him. Yes, and then it was like, well, I just got laid off. Maybe it's because I just was putting everything into this relationship or whatever, because and we were exclusive. We weren't boyfriend and girlfriend, but we were exclusive. And we ended up, he called me one day, and so he was taking this really big test, and that was, if he had to pass it for his career. He ended up failing the test, and then he calls me and basically tells me we have to break up because I'm a distraction, because he just feels like he needs to have someone that has something going on. He
so unfair.
And he was just like, it just seems like we're not aligning.
Feels like a failure.
Yeah,
kind of.
And he was just like, I just don't think we're aligned. We're just not on the same page. I need to focus. I need to, this relationship is a lot. And I was just like blindsided, because when he was studying, I left him alone. And I'm the kind of person, I like attention, but because of this situation, I was trying to also work on my anxiety,
Anxious attachment style.
anxious attachment style. I was like, let me learn how to kind of dial it back, give him his space. I was just like encouraging him when he needed. I was standoffish. I don't seem. I'm not a person that texts back to back. I'm not a person that keeps calling. I'm just not built like that anymore. And
We've
so
all been that girl, to be fair.
We've all been there.
Yeah, and so it ended there. That was devastating. I literally cried once
Aw.
that day.
Okay, and
And the next day I went to the gym and I was fine. I was over it in like a
That's the thing about you.
I know,
is
I've
like,
been moving on.
you fall so hard, but move on so quick.
Bounce back.
Bounce
I
back
do. You
quick.
have to.
Yeah,
You have.
But I mean, like, I'm not shaming that at all.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
But it's just like, and I think that's always like the goal, right? Like that people want to get to like putting yourself out there, be vulnerable, get heartbroken, and then just move on quickly. I guess for me, it's just like I struggle with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could bounce back.
You're right.
I'm just not as quick as bouncing back as you are.
And even sometimes I sit down with myself and I'm like, okay, did you even really like this person?
Right.
And then I'm like, well, let's work through that because, and I do think I think it's a self thing. I think a lot of people find it hard to bounce back from a heartbreak because it seems like I'm giving all of myself to these people, and to the outside looking in, it probably does, but I probably don't. I think that's what it is. I give maybe 20% of myself.
Right, but your 20 is another person's 100.
100. So it just seems
That
like
makes sense.
Right.
I've given all my, but again,
Right.
and the thing is, I have a center. I have Jesus. I have a center. I know myself. I know, and a lot of my breakups I don't make it about me. This is a thing he went through, and I talked to my dad. My dad's always the breakup, my most recent breakup, and that breakup with him. My dad was the first person to hear about it. I cried to my dad both times, and he was just like,
Aw.
my dad was the kind. He said, Jessica, my dad kind of mansplains things to me, and it's like, this is a man that just failed this test that he's been studying for how much time. This is nothing to do with you. Yeah. This is just a shock to his ego, a shock to his system. And he was like, what men do is push out everything that's around them to focus on what they need to.
Yeah.
And
no, just so real.
Yeah.
And so he was like, my dad was like, do not take this on. It's not yours to carry. And he said that the day it happened. So I cried. My dad said that. And I was in the gym the next day. I channeled my energy, and although I was taking walks, I was in the gym. I was learning to channel my emotions and energy. I was listening to sermons.
Yeah.
And then, but funny thing is, a few months later, he hit me up.
We always
to go
do.
to dinner.
And
what happened?
Oh, we went to dinner, and it was fine. We went to dinner. He.
Sorry, Jonathan. You have to take out that sneeze. Okay, go ahead.
He
keep it, Jonathan.
Keep it in.
Of course. What was the line?
Can I blow my nose in here?
Can I blow my nose in here?
Can I blow my nose in here?
A hard plug to our to our song "Can I Smoke in Here" that we did for my birthday.
Shout out to Can I
on
Blow,
YouTube.
Smoke,
Go ahead.
Yeah, smoking here. So he hit me up.
We went to dinner.
Told me that he was been thinking about me. We went to dinner. Beautiful dinner. Actually, a random couple sent us dessert that day.
Cute?
Because they were like, you guys are just such a cute couple.
Just kidding, it was Steph and me again.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
We're hiding behind menus.
It was a gay couple.
Wow.
It was a gay couple.
That is us. Hello, lesbians.
That is true.
Hello, we are your lesbian mothers.
It
Come
was
on.
a gay couple, guys. And,
Damn it.
they, them. I'm not sure how they
Cute,
identified.
cool.
But anyway, and yeah, we were cool after that. But again, it kind of fizzled out. I was single. And then I met this new person.
That legally we can't talk about.
That we can't talk about.
Okay. I was thinking another, but
So.
Do you ever get pushback? Because you brought it up where you were like, yeah, some people think that like I get over too quickly. Do guys ever get offended by that?
Not really,
Yeah,
because
like,
once
they're
I'm,
like, damn, you really loved me, but now you're just.
I
don't fuck with
stop.
me?
The thing about me, once I'm done with you, I'm done with you.
Yeah, you can turn it
So
on and
if
off.
I
think that's a Cancer thing.
If I
we're gonna bring it to the stars.
Oh, and by the way,
Cancers?
let me just say one last thing about him. He apologized for everything he said.
Oh, good.
Then that's a great feeling. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, great.
So he traumatized me in the moment.
He gave you closure.
And then he came back to me and he was open to dating me again. He was open to dating me again. He said it wasn't everything my dad said. He said it was he said the same thing. And so that is another piece of validation that I don't believe things that come out of men's mouth when they break up with you. It's never the reason that they say, particularly if they say it's you. It's not a you thing. And that's what I've learned. And that's so I don't take on their stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
that's good, yeah.
that's, to me, that's just manipulation. And I think a lot of the time women become kind of
validated by what they say and how they feel about them.
And I think that they become they start to
blame themselves.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, how could I have done this differently?
Like, maybe I'm the one. Maybe if I did this differently, maybe if I did this, it's nothing that you did.
Yeah, no.
And so if I know I didn't really do if I know I genuinely brought love, light, and laughter to your life, and I made your life better, and I know that for a fact because that's what I offer, then anything you're saying is literally a lie and it's all about you because all I did was try to love you, and that's all I've ever tried to do. So yeah, girls,
I love that.
That's what, and it probably is a cancer thing. I don't know, but yeah, once I'm done,
I feel like
like my ex. That we can't talk about. What I can say, just to give the audience context, because we're talking kind of about it. He asked me to be his girlfriend. We're boyfriend and girlfriend. I later found out he was traditionally married, but he wasn't married in the United States. He was married in another country. Yeah,
Still married.
And yeah,
Still fucking married.
Exactly. And I found this out by an anonymous text message from a person that apparently knew me and knows them. And so that was
you got gossip girled?
Yep.
Big time.
Yep. She gets anonymous text messages.
I get an anonymous text message.
Even just the other day, right?
From someone that was like, yeah, stop messing with somebody else's fiance. And I was just like,
you got gossip girl. That's crazy.
And
we still don't know who this anonymous person is?
I found out who it was.
Do we know this person?
No, you guys don't know that person. I
Ugh.
found out who it was. They essentially revealed themselves. And so, yeah, that's kind of what, but ever since that day, I will say, I didn't get over that easy. That was one that took
traumatizing.
I was down bad. I've never been down bad like that ever. Because this man was literally sending me pictures of rings and wedding dresses, but I also knew that there was something in my spirit that wasn't agreeing with it, because normally a guy would send that to me. You guys know me, I'm like, oh my god, like this is
yeah.
I literally told him I don't want to see stuff like that because I'm not there yet. Like I think I'm starting to see like a wedding dress and a ring, maybe because I could really see it with him.
Right.
I was like, that's a reward, and I was like, we haven't done the work to be able to deserve to be fantasizing about
we
a
still
reward.
need to work our way up.
There's so much
that.
we need to work towards, and so. But him just sending me that, knowing everything that he knew, and he even questioned me. Like when he said it to me, I was like, I don't really. We were in person, and he was like, I was like, I don't really want to talk about that. And he was almost like in his body language. I remember feeling in that moment he was taken aback. Like, why is she not? Like, girls always are. Ready
that's
to talk
a red
about that.
flag.
Right.
Like, why? It was almost like he had body language of like, why is this not exciting you?
Well, because
and
almost married.
And almost offense in a way.
Right.
And so, yeah, that was there. But yeah, with him, it was hard to get over. I was in bed. I was crying. I literally went through a mourning process. I was having therapy sessions. I was praying. And it was also, we were doing a 21-day fast at my church. Which was such great timing because I needed to purge things out my system.
Right.
And so that fast really held me down because I was really
fast of no eating.
Yeah, a fast of no eating. You don't
eat for 21 days.
Oh no, you eat after the sun, from sun up to sundown.
Right.
So when the sun goes down, you can eat. But then you also just don't eat. You eat more natural foods. You don't really eat like fast food or anything, sugar. You try and limit it. Organic, yeah.
That's why it's called breakfast.
Break
your fast.
Yeah.
Because Jesus was in the desert, and that's why we have to do that cleanse.
I love when you guys
There's
drop
no
Jesus.
McDonald's in
Because I remember we were FaceTime, and you're like, I did this cleanse because, but I was like, oh, because Jesus was in the desert and did you're like, perfect. Yeah. I was like, damn, like randomly
like,
my fucking.
The spirit knows.
Right.
spirit
Exactly.
knows.
Like, the Bible's still there, even though I haven't been to fucking church in a decade, you know? So.
Yeah, so that was great that I had that. My family really, I will say my dad called the guy. Again, y'all, my dad holds me down. My dad called him. He didn't pick up the first time. My dad was like, if you don't pick up my phone call, I will come to your work and I'll come to your house.
And deliver you a sermon.
Right.
So pick up.
Not obviously to lay hands like physically, but it
But
was
to,
just
like,
like,
be like,
I
you
will
need to
talk.
talk.
You will like
I will
spiritual
find a way.
hands.
You
Spiritual
like
hands.
like
Prayer hands.
prayer hands.
Yeah.
You're playing in my daughter's face, and you're not.
Like-
That's not gonna fly around here.
Right.
And so.
Wow.
And even I told my dad not to call him. My dad was like, Jessica, this is officially out of your hands now because a man has violated you. And so,
Straight
yeah, my
up.
dad
Straight
spoke
up.
with him. And my dad was between pastor and dad. And he was just like, you are operating in deception. And I can tell that you are not close to God because anyone that is close to God cannot do the things that you did.
Ooh.
Yeah, my dad was giving him bars.
Yeah, I was gonna say he could have been on the next track.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
God. He should have said the prayer.
I mean, come on. He was giving father and father. Let's go. Okay. Hey.
Bars become so that was
Wow.
very traumatizing. I did not get over that. That was one of the hardest breakups.
How do you feel
of my
right
life.
now?
Now it's kind of difficult. Not difficult, but I'm getting over it. It was hard because I didn't get closure.
Right.
To the very end, he was lying.
Yeah.
To the very end, when everything and I was calling people. I was gonna say, I'll tell you off. You can bleep out this name. Bleep this out, Jonathan.
Bleep this out.
But I called
Oh, right. Yeah.
because knows him. That's why I can't say his name because
the
the
connection.
connections are crazy. I was calling people.
Did you say your ex?
Yeah, I call my ex, and
Your ex knows
my
him.
ex knows him and knows his fiance, and
That's crazy.
and
That's literally.
yeah. And this, by the way, guys, the main meat of this that was the problem has not been said for legal reasons, but it was the thing. Maybe you can put it together. I don't know. And honestly, I don't care. But
Homie was married.
yeah, that's all.
That's
you
all
need
you
to
need
know.
to know.
And by the way, like I'm not trying to say too much, but yeah, I wasn't. Let's just say I wasn't dumb. Like
Right.
everything. There was no signs. Like there was. Besides, I think the only one thing that I would say, like I was questioning, was we couldn't spend as much time together because I was traveling, he was traveling, but we met up when we needed to meet up. Like it was,
Something
cool.
felt off.
Something felt off towards the end.
Got it. Your intuition as a female
during
intuition is amazing.
During Christmas, I did a fast with my aunt before Christmas. My aunt was like, Jessica, I want us to fast about your relationship because my aunt's very invested in me and my relationships and stuff. So I did a 3-day fast with her. Ever since that fast happened, things have just felt very off with me. I was just like, something's just not adding up. He told me on New Year's Day that he had to go to Arizona. I later found out he did not go to Arizona.
Wow, this guy's
by the way, he sent me times. I checked the times.
He gave you flights too, right?
He gave me flights.
He
I checked
researched
the
his
flights.
lies.
Yep.
Like
That's
if
elaborate, and
this was
that's
not
insane.
this wasn't no
White lie.
no, it was a whole thing. Like
That's
it was
some
literally-
sociopath shit.
type
It was
shit.
a
Con artist.
Yes,
Grifting ass
literally.
bitch.
Thank God I didn't send him any money or anything. Because right, but. Like those girls on TikTok that always have these story times and people are like, oh my God,
Yeah.
how could you not know? It's so
Getting caught up is a real thing.
Getting caught up is a real thing. And even when the writing isn't on the wall, like you're just like, this will never happen to me.
Right.
Well,
You
you
know
know
what
how
I'm
easy
saying?
it is to ignore a wall?
Right.
It's the same way it's really easy to ignore a red flag.
Yeah, one of my exes, it was a mutual. I started calling around and I kind of found the answers that I needed to find. But yeah, he was
Bounce back was just
and then I found out maybe last week that I remember I got a random
Yeah.
text message again. I thought it was him, so I went and I obviously deleted his number. And
Oh my god, I'm
everything
sorry,
like
she farted.
Oh, it's okay. Close to you.
I know, right? Oh.
And he changed. You know how now on the iPhone 17 you can kind of like
Oh, yeah,
change
you're
the
telling me this.
background.
Yeah.
He changed the background to a photo of me, and the photo was so stinking cute, and I want that photo. But obviously, I didn't ask. Like, I was like, "Why do you have the best photos of me? That's
Right.
crazy work." But why would you change that in January?
Because he's trying to be like, hey,
You're a
I see you.
psychopath.
I think you look.
He's an actual psychopath.
No, he's a literal psychopath. Like, to be able to like strategically lie is so fucking weird.
Lie to your girlfriend and your wife, and also have
And
fake
also,
flights.
don't make me your girlfriend. Like, that's
Right.
Like, but my
But
dad
no, it's
just like.
it's just.
I think
ego.
my dad was telling me
That's
like,
not even
Jessica,
ego. That's just
this
fucking
man
mental health. fucked up
genuinely
shit.
probably did love you, and he probably found his way into a situation. This is not him giving sympathy to him, but I think it was a thing of, because there's nothing in me that says what we had wasn't real. I think that's the
Fair.
difficult thing. The feelings were real.
Yeah.
I believe. I don't think anyone can fake that. I don't think it could be fake.
You had
Right.
real feelings with a fake person.
Person.
That's it.
That's it.
I think the circumstance was fake.
Yeah.
I think the emotions of it was real. And so I say all that to say, to go back to the main point, is I did, after that day that we stopped talking and he didn't admit the truth about anything, that was the last day I've ever spoken to him. I don't care how much I cried. I didn't contact him like, I need to know
he can't
why.
even like hold himself accountable.
No,
or
and I'm
try
not going to ask
like,
him to, because you're a liar
Right,
at the end of the day.
right.
Like, anything that you would tell me is probably going to be a lie.
Oh,
Right.
And
you
so
can't
there's
come
nothing-
back from that.
You can't
like,
come
you
back
really
from that.
cannot come back
And
from
there's
that.
no closure you can give me. There's no
Yeah.
explanation you can give me. I think, because I'll question everything.
Right.
And so I'd rather just come to peace by myself. And I've been praying for God to just give me the peace I need to be able to move on. And without closure, which is very hard. And there've been so many times I'm just like, I just want to text him and be like, nigga, why? Like, you didn't have to
Right.
make me your girlfriend. You
You'll
didn't.
never know.
You could have just left me alone. You could have made me you could have been like, yo, I don't want nothing serious. Like, you could have done so many other things, but yet you chose to take it this far. That's the part that sucks.
Not having closure is.
But
one
it's
of
also
the
like,
worst.
I'm sure the feelings were real, but it's almost like you were falling in love with an idea of this person that he was selling to you.
Yeah.
Because like who he was truly, it was just like, oh, that's not the person that I fell in love with.
He was
Like,
just
this
stressed
you're a
all the
fraud,
time.
you
And I'm
know?
like, ain't no stress.
Yeah, no wonder,
Not
motherfucker.
enough stress in the whole world.
Yeah,
but that's
because he was fucking Hannah Montana
Montana.
Do you
shit.
know how much energy? Look how
That-
what
that's
happened to
too
Miley
much
Cyrus
fucking
after.
work.
That's so much work.
Way too much fucking work.
Some people like that though.
I think it's the sense of just like trying to have it all.
Yeah.
And I think there is a sense of like thrill of the adrenaline and the manipulation.
Yeah.
You know, I think
so
some people,
manipulative.
like some people like that, you know, unfortunately. To me, I'm like, this is exhausting. I don't even know how to like lie
to try
properly.
and satisfy
You know what I
two
mean?
people.
But he's trying to have it all and you can't have it all. And so by that you like lie, and I think people like in a weird way doing it. You know, just as like we, you know, may like that toxic relationship of just like the back and forth with someone that we've all like experienced at one point. It's like a similar kind of adrenaline
yeah.
that I think that like some people get addicted to that rush, you know?
People like to feel
Power.
wanted
Yeah.
that
Wanted.
way, you know, and feeling like I have control over your feelings.
Right.
May not be the situation, but you know those people that just love
Tell
being
you
in
a
the
fucking
eye,
fantasy and a
gives
lie.
the eye of the
Narcissist.
storm.
1000%.
It's such a it's yeah. So that's been
Because also, sorry,
no. go
before we
ahead.
get to your next thought, because it's like, I feel like there is a bit of narcissism in there, because it's like the fact that you like, you do it because you think you could get away with it. Like
Yeah.
you think you're that great that you could get away with
And the
something
crazy
like that,
thing is,
you know?
like, I literally saw this is how crazy it is. I went on her Instagram story once I found out, saw a picture of them both at a game,
Oh, right. That
a
part.
basketball game. He said to this day, he's telling me that that was from a game from a long time ago. I literally screenshot the professional photos versus the photos that were on the Instagram.
Look up-
I literally showed him side to side, and he was like, that's not the only game they played at the crypto.
Wow.
To this day.
The audacity.
To think like to gaslight someone to that, because for me, even if I'm my most psychotist, that's not even a word.
I love
In
it
my-
though. Keep
in-
going.
In your own psychosis?
In my own in
Or
the
what are you
end,
trying
at the end of my psychosis, at the end
In
of
the midst of it.
not even in the midst. If I'm going
Right.
to the far right of my psychosis, I
Right.
would
Your delusions.
I would literally lift up my hands at that point and be
Yeah.
like, you know what, my bad.
Right.
Girl, there's
Right.
a moment where you get to the edge and you just go, okay, I lied.
Right,
You
right,
throw your
right.
hands up.
Thank
Right.
you. Is at
Yes,
some
I know what you're
point
saying.
you're just like,
I fucked up. That's embarrassing.
I
You know
got
what,
caught.
damn.
Yeah, like,
You know, because
my
they-
bad,
because there's
girl.
so many receipts. Like you could look
receipts
online.
upon receipt. Those people
Like,
receipts.
you
There was
literally are
a
showing
picture
them.
receipt. There was all the receipts, and
that is so fascinating.
even
though.
at that point, he's just like, nah, people are lying to you.
Sick.
People are
What
lying
a sick
to you.
motherfucker.
People. He was literally like, people are lying to you, and why would you believe these lies?
Well, there is
Ooh,
this.
and it turns around on you. Like, how dare you to believe
Oh,
something? How dare
he
you to think
literally
that I
went-
would
he
do
was,
something like
no,
that?
that was him. He was like,
Ooh.
how did this all turn back on me? I don't
Oh yeah,
understand.
this man is a narcissistic
how this became
person.
a me thing. I was the person that was trying to make this make sense. I was the person that brought this to you.
See, this is
How
an
is-
actual example of what gaslighting really is.
No.
Like that.
He
Because
was
people
like,
use
why
that
would
word
you
all the
believe
time, but
these
that's
things?
what that is.
I was just like, oh, so you must think I'm Boo Boo the fool.
Right.
But the thing is someone has been.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
do not believe this. Yeah, I don't believe this is the first time.
this is not the
No way.
first
Got away with
It
time.
could be this good.
It's because,
Yeah.
well, he met his match.
yeah,
And that doesn't help. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of times where people manipulate like that because people
We'll be like,
get
oh,
so
you
caught
know,
up.
I'll be like, you know what? You're right.
Or if
Yeah.
he does get caught, but he still is so ingrained in his fucking lie and thinks he's so great that he's like, I didn't do anything wrong.
I really do
Like,
think
you know
that
what I
girls
mean?
have been kind of obsessive over him in the past.
Yeah.
And that's from what.
He's had a harem.
Yeah, I think girls have been like stalking him. Like,
Really?
Like,
because
no.
because a guy like that will make a bitch crazy.
yeah,
Women.
girls have been.
Women.
But,
Bitches
girls-
love being called ladies.
Right.
Just say that right now. Bitches love being called ladies. Crackhead told me that when I was little. So true though. Because I do. As a bitch, I love being called a lady.
Right. But that's the thing though. It's like, oh, so if you're having all of these women that you've been with before act crazy, the
Yeah.
common denominator is you, motherfucker. And like obviously we know with his behaviors, the gaslighting, the love bombing with
Yeah.
the dresses and shit. This motherfucker has gone so many women out there probably in therapy just trying to recover from
or
it.
still acting like he's had stalkers. And so I just say that to say that, like, I think he's had women obsess over him so much that, and he knew that
He likes
I
it.
liked him so much.
Because to
he
use
was-
those words, it's
I think he was literally just like, there's no way she's gonna leave me. Like, I would just say this to her and she's gonna be like, she likes me too much or loves me too much to leave me, even in the midst of. And I was just like, oh, you must not, like, there is nothing a man can do where it would make me feel like I can't leave, simply because I have a great family and community
Right.
around me.
You must not know about me. You
Like,
must
if
not
I
know
didn't
about
have,
me.
thank God for my dad, because if I didn't have a
Right.
person like my dad in my life, I would
You
let
have
a
a
man
great
like that
foundation of
like
people in your
run me
life.
crazy,
Right.
because a girl that doesn't know, that is longing for a partner so much will fall for that and will eventually just be like, you know what, I don't want to touch it. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's fine, you know.
let him do his thing.
Let's let him do his thing.
I love him for who he is, even if he's fucking gaslighting.
Let's just work
me.
it out. We'll work it out. You know, I know that he's not perfect, but
And
you
I
know,
think that's why
he loves me at
like,
the end of the day.
I mean, homegirl. Or can we talk about how I don't know,
Wait,
The wife?
the wife or fiance, whatever?
Yeah, I don't want to
like,
talk about her.
Okay.
But
Continue.
yeah, God bless that
Whoever
God bless
situation.
that
Yeah.
They
God
sound like
bless that man.
they sound like they deserve each other
Yeah,
in a weird way because they both sound like manipulative
I
liars.
exited stage
I don't know if
left.
we could put that in there. Well,
I exited stage left. But yeah, that's basically all of that.
Legally, that's Rose's opinion,
Right,
Legally,
and
that's-
no one else's. Okay.
It was just a hot mess.
allegedly.
All in
Allegedly.
all,
Everything. All of this is alleged.
all of this is alleged.
He's allegedly married, allegedly engaged,
Now,
or whatever, you know.
What I will say though is you guys both bring up really good points in that idea of, you know, the foundation of having great friends, having great family and all that. Like, to any listener that's like young and like finds themselves hearing this story and you're probably like, holy shit, am I Jess or am I one of the girls that has been manipulated?
Or am I him?
Or am I him? That's a good one. If you're him,
Because
please continue listening. We do need you to, this
Right.
is conversion
Maybe
therapy.
my-
This is your intervention.
right, or go pay for therapy.
Or go pay for therapy.
Go to a
But
rich therapy.
Go to we are not real
Invest.
ones. We
Yeah,
just
yeah,
play
yeah.
them on TV.
Right.
But this idea though that like check your foundation, because I do think we've like, you're telling this story and I'm like, yeah, but I've also been that girl.
Yeah.
Like, I've been the girl that believed the gaslighting, that believed the lie that a man was telling me, and that's because I didn't at that point know who I was.
Right.
And now I know who I am, and you know who you are,
Right.
and you know who you are. That it's like, that is a really good temperature check to have in a relationship.
Yeah.
To be like, okay, maybe this is about me.
Yeah.
Not that, like, obviously he is the problem,
Right.
but maybe this is about me and I need to check in with my friends, my family, my foundation, and just like try to like step away.
And that's why I think it was either fight or flight. It was either
Mm.
reach out to everyone I could and just be like, I need you to cover me right now because I am, like, that's what I did. I reached out to my aunt who's like a second mom to me. I reached out. My mom was, when she got back, she was traveling. She was in England. My grandma cussed him out, which is so funny.
Hell yeah.
So my dad, obviously, so my family were literally, makes me emotional, were literally my covering in that time. I felt protected. I felt just surrounded, and I felt safe enough to be like, yeah, I don't need to be okay right now.
Right.
You know, and I felt okay enough to be in bed. I felt okay enough. Like, my body was literally crying. Like, I would just be literally washing up dishes and tears would fall out my eyes, and I'd be like, what is? So my body was kind
Mourning.
of purging
Yeah.
the emotion.
For sure.
Even though my head was just like, you're fine, you bounce back. My body was like, yeah, we're not done yet. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not done yet. And I just was crying like at the most random times of the day, which has never really happened to me. And I think it wasn't I think it was because of, it wasn't just a relationship that didn't work out. It was betrayal. It was the manipulation.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it was
like,
it was like the psychological turmoil. Like,
Yep.
it was and then of course it was the love part, but it was just like
all of it.
making sure that you're not believing the lie that this was something that you caused, or that you weren't stupid, or like,
Right.
Yeah.
if I told the story in its entirety, like, most of the girls would be like, yeah, there's not really any way you could have known, you know, like, they're
I mean,
really,
just
like,
even based off of the
I've been
surface
to his
level, what you
place
just said, like, I
multiple
think,
times,
you
like,
know,
I've been, like,
Right.
I was engrossed into his life, you know.
right, right.
Well, as much as I knew I was.
Yeah, but also
Well, as
just,
much
yeah,
as you like.
it's the
Right.
whole feeling of like there is a sense of the betrayal and being lied to, and you're just like, your
Yes.
reality is
That's
just
what
like
it was.
so it's stolen from you,
Yes.
and it's so violating.
Exactly.
You know, you're just like, damn, like
I
this
give you
person,
a lot of me.
right? And
I give you a lot
like
of me.
everything was a lie.
Right,
like
yeah.
that's like. It's you feel violated, just what your
Yeah.
dad said, like, oh, he violated, like that's exactly what that is.
for
you
sure.
know?
It was
So-
deceptive. It was a
Ooh,
violation.
and you're
It
like,
was.
ew.
It was just like, how
Ew.
could you? And it was, yeah, it was just a lot of emotion. And so that to me is what, if that situation happens to me multiple times, which I know for some women it does, that would break me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that again. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I probably could because God is good, but to go through that again a second time, that's
You're just like-
horrible.
Right.
God
Like,
is
it's
good, but he don't
horrible.
have to be
Right,
mean.
like,
You know what I
right,
mean?
I'm just like, I can go through someone being like, you know what, girl, you're just not the one for me. Like, it's just not working.
Right.
I can go through
Yeah.
things fizzling out. I can go through like anything like that.
But that mental
But
gymnastics.
yes, I can't do that again. And thank
know.
God he wasn't. This man was the sweetest to me. This man
Right.
supported me. This man paid for it. Like, thank God he wasn't manipulative in the way that was like
violent.
or he wasn't like
Mean.
emotionally abusive. Thank
Right.
God he wasn't like just giving me small
Still a
little
little emotional
emotional
abuse. That's
abusive.
I would
Yeah,
say that was
yeah.
emotionally
emotionally
abusive.
abusive in that, like, oh, you don't look good in that dress. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like,
Yeah,
so
okay.
to have things, so it's not obviously, like, I would have to work through the emotional abuse of what he did.
The
But thank God
facade.
it wasn't like a psychological in that,
Yeah.
like, that attacked
took your
he took like
confidence.
my confidence.
Like, he
or
didn't
said,
break
like,
you down in that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He rattled
Thank
you. He didn't
God
break you.
It wasn't
Right,
like
yep.
that, because if
Yep.
I started if someone tells you something enough times, you start to believe them, you know?
Right.
And so I thank God that I was protected from someone telling me untruths about myself.
Right.
Because a lot of the
'Cause
abuse he was telling untruths about himself.
right.
But the reason why everything had to come to a boiling point is because you're going to be able to mess to me, but to a point. You know,
Yeah.
thank God it was only 4 months. You know, that girl's been dating him since 2018.
Shut
Crazy.
the fuck up.
So she's going. It's work.
Thank God.
That ain't you.
That couldn't. I had 4 months of my life ruined. I can bounce back from that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
This bitch has almost a decade.
So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So thank God. Obviously, 4 months is still. But yeah, I say all that to say.
4 months is 1/4 of a year.
It is,
okay,
it
just
is.
saying.
Especially when
like
it's
someone
a
is
good
so,
amount of time.
Yeah,
It's a good amount of time
to
for
really
someone
fall for
to
somebody.
really.
1/3. Sorry, I just have to do that math. It
No.
was 3 times 4. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. Keep going.
We know.
Honestly,
we know.
I needed that because I need
The
to
quarter.
add validation.
Yeah, it was a
Right.
quarter.
It
It was a
was
quarter of a year.
So it was yeah, it was difficult. It
Wow.
was a difficult time. It's a great story.
That is.
It's a great story.
It's a great lesson.
It's a great lesson. It's
That
a
part.
great lesson. It's a great. But now I'm trying to just pick the pieces up, and I think for the most part I have. I'm getting to a point where it's like, okay, what's next? You know, like I'm now. I don't even want to say this, but I just need to confirm immigration status before I date anyone.
If you want to get married,
It's so bad to say, but
Right,
it's,
but
I'm
for real.
traumatized.
Right.
I want to get married.
And
Just saying. You have 4
well,
passports.
not for me. I'm fine. My parents are citizens. So
Oh,
I can
then
get
you're
my
fine.
citizenship.
Yeah.
But it was just like other, and that's
Sorry, I was gonna make a.
he
I
was
was gonna make a joke.
Make a
I know
terrible
this
joke.
is such
Do
a
it.
sensitive subject.
No, it's a sensitive
Um,
subject.
Fuck ice. What?
I mean, yes, fuck ice. We
fuck
know where
ice.
we stand,
Period.
but yeah,
Not on thin ice. Sorry.
sorry.
Oh, that was
So yeah,
bad.
guys, that's basically my update of what's been going on in my life. I've just had.
So you
people.
had updates because you started off being like nothing
Happened, and then she was like, and previously on Glee.
You're right.
Like, fucking A. Jesus Christ. It was Pretty Little Liars. It was fucking Gossip Girl. There was a wee bit of SVU. Like, oh my God. An entire
Powerful
season.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's my life is
Really
in a movie.
buried the lead there,
My life is in a-
Jess.
But it's funny because I'm just like that was like 20% of what I think is my life, but those are really big things. You know,
What did
that-
I say? Like, that's
See, but
very.
you are good at that though, and I feel like sometimes, like, you really are what I call my iceberg friend. You're above the surface,
Titanic.
but oh no, nothing's going down. You're the iceberg. You taking
Yeah,
shit down
you're
with
taking
you.
shit down.
But I'm saying an iceberg, you only see 10% of an iceberg
Yeah.
above water, and then
Really?
most of it's underneath the surface. And that's very much you, where you're like, I'm good, and then you're like, well, actually, and because you're such a genuine, again, you come from a place of love. I never not see you smiling. You're such a warm, bubbly, welcoming human, and you're so kind and sweet that when you say things, you can say it in that tone of just like, yeah, no, and I'm like, no, just that's traumatizing.
Like, are you okay?
Like, really,
Yeah.
like, it is, but it's amazing because I know you are okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's
you
not like
bounce back.
disassociating.
Because you
Yeah.
can cry, you have cried, you admit to it, but you always, it's so remarkable how, again, it's because you know yourself so well that no wonder this guy was trying so hard to manipulate you, because he was like, I fucking want her to stay though. That's why
Yeah.
I'm like, he did
Right.
care and love
Yeah.
you, because he was like, fuck,
Just
she's
a
such a
fucked
good
up
person.
way of doing it.
But he's a fucked up person.
Yeah.
He can't
Someone
heal.
did that to him.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I'm going to be honest. No, I think he's built that way.
I was gonna say
I think he's
that's
built
something
that
like
way.
that is like that's
Because if you're
sort of
saying
like some sort of
2018,
childhood, there's something psychologically fucked up that this
I
is
know it's
not
so funny
just
because I got one of the phone
You're
calls
not
I
okay,
made
sir, if you're
that
watching this.
confirmed everything. The thing that confirmed everything was the conviction one of my friends said that knew all of us involved was like, he's a liar. the way he said it, the conviction in which he said it, I was like, tears just came because I was like,
what a blessing that
thank
you had
God.
mutual
Thank
friends
God.
and mutual
He
people
was the
you
one
know
that
to
sent me
confirm
baby
that.
girl's number. He was like, you need it?
Yeah.
He was, thank God for him.
Right.
Because he was, and I just knew in the tone in his voice that something wasn't right.
Yeah.
Like something wasn't. I'm not even that something was. I was like, in that moment, I was like, oh, this is over. You gotta.
Okay, you ready? That's your closure.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it because you're like, I want it from his
I
mouth.
love that.
Do you know what I
love
mean?
that.
But that's the
Yes.
closure.
And I love that. And I've never thought about that before because closure doesn't have to come from him.
No.
That's
Right.
so true.
We want it to come from them because we want them to be held
Yes,
responsible for their actions.
Mhm.
But that's your closure.
Right. And what makes me feel good
Because it clicked.
Yeah.
is that, like, yes. In that moment,
clicked.
for sure. In that moment when I was like, he was like,
You're like,
he's
oh,
a
yeah.
liar.
You're like,
He's a liar. I was just
Like,
like,
that's what I needed. I woke the fuck up.
oh, I was like,
Yep.
I was like, everything was just, and I was like, okay, we're done here.
I know. And then you start thinking in your head, like, so this was a lie. You just start, like,
Yeah.
really
It was
putting all the
literally
you're
like
puzzle-
Charlie
web,
Day and
right.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia where he's
Right.
like, the map is
Right,
here.
literally.
Everything. I was just like, yo, this
You're like,
is
okay,
in.
Yeah.
now I'm not confused.
I was
He
like,
was dead the whole movie.
absolutely. I was like, absolutely. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of what. But no,
so
Rosie.
that's what's happening. Still love that.
Yeah, that's my update. You're
That's
right.
a good fucking update. I mean, not a good update,
No,
but like
I know.
juicy one.
It's a juicy one. It's definitely
Yeah.
a juicy one. And so yeah.
But what's a happy ending?
Oh,
You
for
know,
sure.
because like, you
Oh my
came
God,
out of
calling
that
me right
even
now.
just like, I think a lot wiser and also a lot more like loved by like your family, like the way that they showed up for you. And then also a reminder to yourself that like, yeah, bitch, like
That girl.
I'm that bitch.
Yeah.
And he don't know
so I
about
think
you.
that's a happy ending.
And I
because of
think,
that, you
yeah,
know?
it definitely is a happy ending. I think my friends came, my
it didn't last years. Imagine.
girl.
It was only 4 months. Thank God.
Thank God.
Literally, thank you, Jesus. Like,
I know, literally, because I just couldn't imagine if it went on any longer. And I think one of the major lessons, and this is what I would say to anyone, like when something bad like that happens, do not go into isolation. That isolation
Rose.
makes you feel good.
sorry, I was getting.
I know. That's why it hit me. I was
I
like,
know.
ugh.
I was like, Rose, is like,
Isolation is
there's
where
a lot of people, not just Rose.
no, of course not just.
I'm
I
just a
wasn't even-
representation of
I
all
didn't even
isolation
know
right
that
now.
was a thing for you. Are you isolation queen?
Yeah. Avoidant queen.
Girl, avoidant
avoidant.
queen. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I love a depression dungeon.
Oh,
Turn off all the lights.
Verbal
Bats
therapy.
knows. She's
Turn
like,
off the
"Oh,
lights."
fucking A." I know.
she's just like, this sadness feels familiar.
It's so crazy because I'm like the complete opposite. Sometimes I'm like, I wish I could just fucking isolate and just have my moment to myself. But like,
That would not be
my
you.
version of that is like, oh, I'm like calling everybody. Everyone's getting the tea.
Oh.
I'm going down the motherfucking list.
The phone tree.
What are you gonna do when
Yes.
you get married?
Get married? What do you mean? Oh my God, my heart just stopped. I was like, no.
Wait,
never.
Wait, you never want to live with anyone?
I do. Her name's
Bats.
Okay, you never want to live with a person.
But,
You meant-
like I lived with my parents and my sister. That was great. I had
Do
a
you wanna-
roommate
you
one.
want a partner?
I would love a partner. Does he need to live in my house though?
No, he doesn't. I'm just
There you
asking.
go.
So you have
I-
a partnership, but you won't.
I
Kiki
love-
Palmer's like that.
I love the idea of a partner. I would
Yeah.
love a partner.
You give partner bad.
Yeah,
bad.
Oh, I would be a great
Rose,
partner,
though,
but-
here's because I was like, but as someone who's your friend and seen your relationships, like
You give also.
you
don't
love
give
to
partner.
dig your arms or dig yourself into those, like you isolation. You will isolate with this person, like you love hard,
I do.
and you're so loving, and you're such a great partner that I'm like, you
I
always
could
want
definitely
to
see
be
living
with them,
someone.
Now here's
You
the
know.
problem though.
but you also do like
Are
your own-
any of those relationships successful?
Neither are mine.
The whole thing though. But that's my thing is that I
But
bury
was that the
myself.
problem, though?
I
Do you
feel
think
like
it's the problem?
1000% it was the
Okay.
fact that I would bury myself so deeply in these
Because sometimes
people.
you are who you are, but if it's a problem, you think that's why it doesn't work.
That's what I realized with Southern Gentleman is that he was the greatest man on paper. He was perfect, it was amazing, it was everything. And then I just realized that I was like, holy shit, I have buried myself into this man for nearly a
But isn't he
year. I did
Republican?
not. We found that out later. Not like it's weird. It's like He's Republican because he grew up in the South.
I was gonna say, he likes Charlie Kirk, don't he?
He loved Charlie Kirk,
Was he
unfortunately.
black?
Yeah, but he's South.
Niggas, man, y'all just want to be diverse by force.
Girl, your word, not mine. But also keep in mind though, when we were dating, I had this man listening to fucking NPR and donating to Planned Parenthood. I was converting him, and then we broke
back
up,
to
and
his
now
roots.
he's back.
Yeah, because
You know, it's fine, Bats. He ain't your dad,
Sorry,
so
not
it's
to just
okay.
call people out on
No,
their
it's fine.
political
No,
beliefs,
look,
it's
there
just
are
because
Republicans.
you're
There's
not
MAGAs,
Republican.
and
That's why I was like, but
opposites attract.
But he was so kind to you.
He was so kind and he was so
loving
great.
and so
But
good
like,
to you, so.
I have realized that my best partnerships are ones where I do love a long distance because I do like the idea of just like, okay, that's my person. Great, check you off my list. But I am a great partner. I'm an amazing partner. The problem is though, I try to go so deep with my partner, trying to make them be a good partner for me, that I'm like, see, and that's where I'm like, nope, I need you to just show up.
I stopped doing that, and that's probably what it is. I think over the years, while I haven't given up on love, I think I've given up on certain aspects of the relationship process. Trying to change a person, trying to make them adjust to me, and there's a part that you need some of that though.
Yes.
You can't just be like, all right, you didn't do this thing, so let's just.
Call
You
it
need
quits.
to be able
No.
to adjust. And I think my tolerance, I think that's just what's been chipped away at, because I don't believe that I can go through all of these things or anyone unscathed. I don't think there's such thing. I am conscious enough to know that I think the thing that's being chipped away is just my tolerance for anything.
My patience.
My patience.
Weared thin.
It's just
The way he said that was hilarious.
My patience is as
I
thin
need
as
that-
this shirt
I
right
need
now.
that as a
Okay.
meme.
It's just mesh.
that's literally what it
Mesh.
is. It's
Patience
like
is mesh.
at this point, my husband. Not that I feel sorry for him because he's gonna be able to see through it, but I'm just gonna be like, like I'm just becoming a lot more militant.
But when you find the right person, right? Like the person that is like you do choose to end up with and you feel great.
Yeah.
Like when you feel safe.
Girl
you'll-
felt safe the whole time. Maybe I don't know what safety feels like.
Right. But
Ooh.
once you actually
That is
that's
fucking
real. That's
real.
real. That's real. But like when you actually like, because there's gonna be a difference, and you'll know when you know. It's one of those annoying things that people say, and now as your engaged friend, like it's one of those
But the thing
really
is,
annoying
Steph,
things
did
people
you ever?
say.
Well, could you ever feel safe by yourself before Brian?
Yeah,
Oh, I think that's what got her, Brian.
yeah,
Right.
1000%.
Because I just feel like if you make yourself feel safe,
yeah,
I feel
oh
like
yeah, for sure.
I feel like with your partner, you can think yourself making yourself feel safe is relating that to the partner, and so I don't know if that would feel
so
different.
it's a different thing, right? Because I did feel safe with myself. I felt like I was resilient. I was able to like, I've been through shit, so I knew that I
The
trusted
independence.
myself. The
Yeah.
independence, I got that shit down at one point. I wasn't perfect, but I got it shit down. I trusted myself. But there's a different type of safety that I'm saying that is required in a partnership. Because it's one thing to feel safe within yourself, and I think that matters, obviously, to be able to be in something healthier. But then it becomes another layer of safety that you feel with the right person. And it's one of those annoying things. And now again, as your engaged friend, and I used to
I love
hate
that
when
you're
people
engaged.
would tell me this. It's like, when you
I
know.
love it.
It's those
Yeah.
annoying things. It's like, when you know.
Mm.
And so that's what I'm saying is like, and there's gonna be a layer of safety that's gonna feel so different. I think that when you are safe and you feel like your nervous system can let go, it's
Yeah.
gonna you're not gonna be like cutting through bullshit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because you're not gonna have to be on edge, because the right person will make your nervous system not react in that way.
And I think
know?
with him, I also corrected my nervous system, because even in our conversations, I was on
You weren't safe.
ChatGPT. Me and ChatGPT went together.
Girl, stop
We
using
were-
chat.
Not that
I know,
AI psychosis.
I know,
Damn it.
but it really was like
A
I
tool,
know.
but
It
go
was
to
a
therapy.
tool to help me.
But you have God. It's fine.
See, that's hair.
It
AI.
was like I was comforting you, but I'm out.
She's like, the only AI she likes is Allen Iverson, okay?
I was really because there was times when I was with him when he would just be like, I need space. not from our relationship. I just need space to
To
kind
be with
of,
his girl?
Now we
Sorry.
No, that's the truth.
But that's the truth.
Let's tell the truth. Okay, the truth is the truth.
But though you didn't know it at that time.
I didn't know at the time. So in that time, I was learning how to process someone needing space. Because it seemed at the time that he had what's the attachment style? Avoidant attachment. But he had elements of security in him too. So I was just like, how do I navigate someone as someone who has an anxious attachment style? How do I navigate someone that is like that? So though I learned things like when we're talking, not feeling the need to fill in the space. You know, like not feeling the need to be like, well, what are you doing? Like trying to keep the conversation going, sitting in the silence, like allowing them to, lead conversation, allowing them to make the effort. Don't not text them back. And if they do text you, giving very simple answers, not trying to like keep things
all
going.
All of this is the perfect example of knowing you didn't feel safe.
Yeah.
And that's because immediately with Brian that wasn't even a thought. Like I could sit in silence, like, and that's what we did. Like sometimes we'd be on the phone and just like I'm playing Tetris and he's just doing whatever, and we're just
so we could sit in silence, but it was the times when like if we hadn't talked for a certain amount of time, and then we'll be on the phone, and there'll be so much to talk about, like our relationship.
I see. Okay,
and so you're like trying to be like, okay, yeah, so how are you? Like but instead of just being, so it would be kind of like him saying, hey, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm good. And then he'd be like, so what's been going on? Nothing much.
So that's what he would do?
No, I was like, I was before in opposition to me being like, hey, how are you? I'm great. How are you doing? I hope everything's good. He would be like, yeah, everything's good. So what else is going on? Like trying to just keep the conversation going and trying to keep.
Why do you do that?
Well, I did that initially. I think that was more of just trying to find connection. I think that's what a thing about me was I'm always seeking to connect with someone. And the way I feel close to someone is by connection. And if I don't feel connected to you, if I don't feel like we're on the same pattern, I feel like there's something wrong, and I'm immediately like psychosis.
And so what makes you feel like you're on the same pattern? Is it just knowing what's happening every second of his day?
No, I think what makes me feel, if I just feel like small check-ins help a lot. Like, hey, just thinking of you. Yeah. I don't need a whole conversation. I don't need you to be texting me. I don't have the time for you to be texting me throughout the day. But I think touch points is important to me.
But I think that's fair.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. It's not bad. But it was just like,
you did it over. But that's why, because he wasn't.
He wasn't the one.
He just wasn't the one. But I did learn a lot about my attachment style.
And what you needed.
And what I needed. I learned a lot about what I need to connect. And for the next person, I learned a lot about what makes me feel safe, and I'm able to communicate that now.
Right.
So
I will say, like, dating an avoidant person will make you learn those things, because you're just like trying to like seek those stuff, and it's like you're like, sorry, Rose, probably.
No, I get it. No, it's real.
But like, because you're like trying to like
explain us
because when they're avoiding something, and you're like, hello, hey, and you find ways to be like, wait, I really need this type of validation because this is where I was getting a little bit anxious.
That's
because
why
you were
and Kyle
avoiding.
get along so well. Both of you are avoidant.
Who's Kyle?
Kyle.
Isaac. Darcy. Like, who the fuck is Kyle?
Well,
Isaac.
But
Kyle
I do
on
have
the
to
show,
say,
yes.
I mean, Moscow was avoidant, and an avoidant meeting an avoidant was crazy because I became the anxious one.
Right.
Because I would be like, excuse me, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Who are you talking to? But it is.
People bring out different things.
They do. You need the kind of balance of each other. But it is vulnerable and super scary to say to someone, hey, can you check in with me? Can you please just, can you hold me? Can you give me a hug? Can you, but when you can say that and the person just goes, sure, that's the safety.
That's the safetiness.
That's
with Brian, I think, because right before him, I was, obviously my nervous system was on fucking crack with Morgan. I was just on fucking edge. And then by the time I got to Brian, I was tired. I was like, look, because Brian is a texter.
And this is what, can you put a pin in it?
Yeah.
You are my hope. You are my North Star.
Because you've seen it.
You are my. That's what I need to say. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I was like, I was tired. I was fed up, and I was just like, look, because Brian, I could tell, was more of a texter, get to know me, and I was like, I don't like to fucking text. I was like, if you
FaceTime girl,
exactly. If you know Rose,
I'm becoming one now.
Rose never picks up my FaceTime calls,
but I am
unless
becoming.
I schedule it ahead of time and have to text
I always
her.
pick up her FaceTime call because I know that's the only way she's gonna communicate with me.
Right? Yeah.
I know. I'm learning.
Like,
and it could be your house is on fire, but if you don't pick up, you're just never gonna
know. Right. So. But I've learned with Rose because her style is a little bit more texting, so I have to like pick up.
Too, girl.
I have to pick up my texting a little bit with her because she will refuse to pick up my call. But anyways, with Brian,
I'm working on it. I promise.
We learn each other's love languages.
Yeah.
That's okay. But with Brian, I was just so fed up because I was just like, I'm so tired of just like trying to like.
Friends are different.
Right.
Friends and
friends are
boyfriends
different. Yeah. But like
with the lovers.
With the lovers, it's like, I need this. Yeah. So I told him, I was like, if you want to get to know me, FaceTime is how I love to communicate with people. And that's how you're going to get to know me. Because text, it would only go so far. So then he was like, I hate FaceTiming so much. He hates phone calls. He's like notorious. He's like Rose with his friends. Like his friends are like, bro, you never pick up my phone call. But he was like, all right, fine, I'll do it. And it was like not even any sort of hesitation, you know?
They hate to see me coming because I'm a good silent. Listen, not even just reduce interruptions. That's my normal state of being.
Yeah, yeah.
If I phone,
I was like,
maybe for January and February, my phone was in a constant state of reduced interruptions. So phone calls would just go. I don't need to know.
Right.
Text messages, I'll get to you when I get. I know it's a really bad habit. I know it was such a great time of being up, but then I got multiple complaints, so I had to turn it off.
No, that's fine.
Multiple complaints for what? Just
not
my
picking
friends,
up,
family.
not being there.
Why have a phone if you're just not gonna answer the
right?
Girl.
Yeah, you're somebody
my
where
phone
it's like
is
a hit or
for
miss.
entertainment.
Yeah,
that is
you're
what
a
my
hit or
phone is
miss
for.
on someone I call.
My phone is for TikTok. My phone is for Instagram. My phone
It
is
just so
for
happens to have an app that works as a phone. I don't use that app a lot.
It's good for Candy Crush.
I'm not here to communicate with you
It's
guys.
just
I'm
good
just here
for
to entertain
Spotify.
I have a
Music.
Game Boy. Why are you calling me on my Game Boy? That's so weird. That's what you are.
I think a phone has so many more functionalities than answering and phone calls and text messages.
That's what it's for. That's what I love to use it for. It's so funny because I know all of my friends like communication style. Like Rose is like, yeah, that's like that. I won the lottery before I would ever get a phone call from Rose, like for her to pick up. Jess too. Jess, you are kind of like you most likely would pick up before Rose, but there's a lot of times where she doesn't pick up. I'm like, this bitch. So then I have to text her.
Yeah, because it just goes to it's reduced interruptions.
Right. Exactly.
That's
Nina
bad.
picks up all the time. Six picks up all the time. I've trained them to be like FaceTime people. And
To
Six
be
also,
fair, you have trained me.
yeah,
I just
you do
didn't
a little bit more,
realize.
and I could see you trying to like compromise to
Because
find a
I think when you have to face someone, they have to see your face, right? And Steph is like, no, you can literally just put your phone up and walk around and start doing. So now I know that I don't have to like, because I think as a FaceTime,
I'm like, I'm not
I have to
actually
hold
looking
this.
at you.
She's like, I'm not looking at you. And I'm like,
really
oh,
not.
okay, then that's fine. I'll literally put the phone up and just start doing shit, and that helps.
Exactly. But
It
it
stresses me
feels
out.
more personal to do that than a phone call,
Yeah.
you know, in my opinion. So, yeah.
And I appreciate you saying that because my sister's convinced she's
It's
the
just
only
her.
person that I don't pick. And I'm like, Claire, it's
everyone.
everyone.
Right.
And that's what my friends have to realize. Like, this is
Yeah.
not personal.
No.
I don't take it
My
personal,
phone's on
except
reduced
sometimes I just wanna
interruptions
talk to
for
you guys.
everyone except for my parents.
Sometimes.
that part.
And
Brian always
my brother doesn't call anyone. So
Yeah, Brian doesn't call anybody, and then people call him, and sometimes he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, you are all my friends.
Pretty much. Yes. That's
It's
why.
like-
Oh my God. Is Brian just a combination of all of us?
I
That's
think
why,
he is. He
Yes,
literally
that's why
is.
he won.
Because
brother
for
B
me,
is
if I'm in
elite.
a mood, I will sit down on my couch and go through a list of people and see who picks up,
oh my god.
and then just talk to whoever picks
that
up.
literally sounds like my worst nightmare.
And like Brian,
Maybe it's 'cause I
and
used to
Brian
work at
would
a call
laugh 'cause, like,
center.
I'll call somebody, they didn't pick up. He's like, "Oh shit, you about to call 6 next, or you're about to call so and so next." I'm like, "Yeah," and then I call them, and then like, you know, I just
Like,
see.
hey, what's up?
and whoever picks up first, and then. But it always gets frustrating when like I am talking to someone and then someone else called me back and then I have to decline their call and I never text them why I called and they always hit me up being like,
There's no reason.
right, yeah, and then they'll hit me up being like, so why'd you call? And I never text back because I don't want to text back because you didn't pick up your fucking phone call, so you'll never find out.
You are a nightmare.
I am the worst.
The stress of this. Oh,
Yeah, but I'll go through a list. I'll even like my parents and my brother also on this like list of people that I would just go through. Whoever I feel like talking to.
See, and my whole
Sometimes
thing
it'd be
is,
randomly people I haven't talked to in years. Just
and my whole thing is, I just rather be in person.
You are literal.
No, literally.
Literal. I just was like,
It's
let's just meet in
fine.
person.
I'm like,
I'd rather do that in person.
right.
I want to hang out with people. That's me.
It
I
just
want to be in
depends.
person. I want to be
I
with
think that's
people.
what. Well, even when I like, I just love talking. On
I
the
have
phone.
my people I like to hang out with. And I have my honestly, maybe I just don't like people for real. Because
But here's my thing
I
about
have my
hanging
people
out.
I like I've seen you, Steph and Rose. I probably guys I've seen you so much this year.
I know, I love it.
But that's because I can tolerate being around you for
See?
multiple. There are people that I just need
Yeah.
to see you once a year.
Yes.
And there's people that like text me, don't call me because I just don't want to. What I'm realizing as a 33-year-old woman is that anyone I can be around where I don't have to perform or
Yes,
exude
that-
the
energy,
projection.
or I can just show up without having to show up at
Right.
like how in a particular way.
couch friends.
Those are the people I want to be around. Like
Right.
if I have to be performative and because I do believe in life you have to perform in areas, you know.
Right, there's a certain type of energy
Exactly.
that you
And
have to
there's
take
certain
out, yeah.
friends that you have to perform for, and that doesn't make them bad friends. That just means that you are there to. They experience you in a certain
in a different way.
They
Different
experience
category.
you exactly, and it's still you, but you just can't be that person
Right.
100% of the time. But when you are that person, it's a fantastic time for you.
Right.
But then I only want to be around you when I feel like being
For sure.
that person. But then there's a certain small group of people that they get all versions of me, and I can show up in any version, and they'll be like, okay, you know?
Right, right. No, I will say, like, I think I was telling Brian somebody this about just like I like love our friendship dynamic a lot. It's because like even because we've lived together like twice.
Yeah,
She follows me everywhere I end
I
up
do.
living. She might even move in here one day. And
I
watch.
do. I might.
Just kidding. Just like
knows?
that.
I'll be next door neighbors.
Right.
I
or
would
something.
love that.
Oh, I
That
would
would
love
be
to because
so
I
good.
feel like because even when we moved in together, what I loved is that like as close as we are, we did not have to hang out every day. We could just literally
best.
just chill in our room,
I
and
would
no
probably,
one.
yeah.
We never pressured each other and being like, "Please hang out with me," or like
Yeah.
be super invasive.
Yeah.
Like I'd come in, take a little hit of your vape, talk for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and like be like, "Okay, bye."
Oh yeah, literally.
Because really, that's all I need.
That's
You needed a hit.
I just needed a hit.
A just
and the thing
sometimes
I
I
love
just get a
about
little
Steph
small.
is she hung around for just enough time.
Yes,
She was never
yes.
she never was too short and she never was too long.
Yeah,
And
and I always feel like we have that.
I could not see Steph for 3 months and it would be like that, but then we see each other after that for like just bombarded with
Right,
each other.
right.
And so it's just
It never
those are
feels
the friendships that I enjoy. It's like
forced.
it's never forced.
Yeah,
It's like I can
or
show up.
prolong your stay.
Exactly.
type of thing, or-
Goldilocks friends. Just right.
Yeah,
And now she's getting married. My God, in heaven.
I know, like with a
Dude,
man.
Our friend is she's
Crazy.
literally marrying a man, and then she's gonna be with him for
And I
like
live
ever.
with a man.
Ever.
She's
You
living
live
with.
in- she's about to be
she's-
pregnant soon. I
girl,
know it.
I
I
hope.
You will.
Tell brother B to come and me.
Brother B, you finna stress him out.
I told her she's gonna announce that she's
He
don't
came at me
ignore
the
it.
night that he got the ring. Wait,
That's what I'm
say?
saying. She's gonna be pregnant at the wedding.
I would love that.
No.
I think that she's gonna be pregnant at the wedding.
You're on. Have you announced that you're.
Engaged?
No. How you're getting smaller.
Oh, my GLP-1. I
Oh,
guess
she
I
had
haven't
talked
talked about
about it, yeah.
on the pod.
We did briefly,
Briefly.
but not fully.
But yeah, because I've
Like,
been
that'll
taking...
literally be undoing everything.
I've literally... I know. It's like they see me get smaller. Like,
That's-
what's going on?
Make up your
but
mind.
that's
Do you want
why
to
I
get
was
bigger or
like-
smaller?
I know. But,
she
you
will
know,
literally get pregnant on the wedding because we're getting skinny for the wedding.
getting
You
snatched
get
for the
pregnant
wedding.
for the wedding,
Honeymoon.
and then
and then get
Honeymoon baby.
pregnant.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Baby.
Honeymoon.
Yeah, honeymoon baby.
So watch out. The bitch will be...
Bats, you're gonna have a
Skinny
little
and
niece or
pregnant.
Brian's
nephew.
gonna have Brian's gonna have two cats and a baby.
We said Brian's going to
We
have two
said-
cats and a baby.
we
I'm gonna
also-
have two cats and a baby, too.
No, it's different. Because he didn't want the two cats for real.
Yeah, he did not.
But you know what's crazy? He
loves that
Junie.
cat.
Oh, for sure.
Jasper.
He loves Jasper, but he
Junie's the
loves,
firstborn.
Yeah.
Jasper is...
Junie came. She was grandfather.
I had to beg for
Yeah.
yeah. But he loves her. But anyways, I think
That was my update. That it was no update that took an hour update.
Yeah, no. We're a little
I know. I was
over.
gonna say, I was like, we're supposed to read an email, but
Let's read email.
let's do a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Let's plug ourselves and then
plug
do it.
ourselves
Okay.
and then do it.
You guys never
And
do
then we
your
have to take
intro.
photos.
We do it
we do
after
at the
now.
end because
Oh,
we do
oh,
like a
oh.
highlight reel of it.
Well, excurge.
Yeah, and then we photos. Remember that's.
Oh
the thing.
yes,
Yep.
yes, but we'll do it
Yes.
after we're
Mhm.
done. Yeah,
Plug yourself.
plug yourself, bitch.
You can follow me and find
female,
me
it's
on
Lady.
I'm a lady.
Lady.
My name is Lady Jessica. You can find me on TikTok and
She's
Instagram. J.Clark_ on Instagram and I think TikTok, but figure it out.
It's
It's
all-
worth the Google.
Right.
You can find me at Rose_Etta Stone or the book bitch. Substack.
I love your Substack. I get the emails all the time. You're so smart and
Aw.
articulate, and I just think you're awesome.
I think let's make out.
Okay.
Okay, you should do it
She's
on the
been
pod.
trying to. She's like what Layla is to you.
What is Layla to me?
You know
She's
how
trying to make
Layla's
out
been
and
trying to be your
things, yeah.
first kiss.
Oh yeah, Layla wants to make out with me because I've never made out with a girl before, so she wants to be my first kiss. So I'm like, okay, fine. But I'm like, when though? You know?
She's like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, when?
Your wedding day.
Girl, why did I say that? That was like
Maybe.
your wedding day.
Shit.
She's gonna try to fuck your brother and then make out with you.
me.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Insane.
Anyways, okay.
I cannot wait to meet your mom. I just realized I'm gonna meet your
Dude.
mom.
Do you guys just want to go to my engagement party then?
When is
No,
it?
that has to be for your family.
I know,
Steph.
but then like,
no,
how much tea would it be for you guys to see?
no, it has to be at
We'll
the
talk.
wedding.
We'll talk.
We'll talk. But your
But I got, like,
family is so important.
I mean, they're gonna be there, but you guys could come too.
Girl, let's just be each other's dates. Let's think about it.
We'll
Let's
I
get
will
jobs
offline
catering
with it.
at it.
Moving
Y'all
on.
know what it is. Follow me, Stephanie Megan, or go to brocotherapy.com. All that shit
Is
is there. Love you guys. Bye.
Can I pee now?
Plug yourself.
Can
Yeah,
I
you
blow my
go
nose in
pee.
here?
Yeah,
go
you can go pee and we
we'll
can do
do
our
the
intro.
Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy. Broke Girl Therapy.
Coming up next week on Broco Therapy.
How many years were you with Brian before you guys moved in?
A year and a half, maybe a little over a
Right.
year.
She's been with this man for 6 years. So
Not living together.
not living together,
Yeah.
but she's been with this person for 6 years.
Yeah.
If a person doesn't know whether they are willing to commit to you in marriage, if that's what, because she wants marriage, what is stopping him from proposing to you? Before you move in together, get married, because just because you're engaged.
This is the other end of
Yes, yes.
it. So
yes.
so Jess, when you want to get married before you move it within somebody,
Absolutely.
okay.
You
I'm not
don't want to
surprised, but
live.
yeah,
No.
she's one of
No.
those.
What if he's a slob?
If
what
my-
if he's
if
disgusting?
Let's get back to
What
this.
if he washes his face towels
I've been
with
this
his
man,
dirty
if
socks?
I've been with this man for if he washes his face towels with his dirty socks, he's a human being who has skills to be able to relearn habits. He can relearn habits.
That's not easy, Jess.
It's not easy. I'm
That's
not saying
not-
what. But in your
This
relationship,
man is not a
are you-
Pokemon.
Are you telling me that there's certain things in your relationship that have been easy?
Broke
Nothing
Girl
is easy.
Therapy. Broke Girl